Hey crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G and we are live tonight on Thursday for our YouTube live show and we are so excited to be here. Well, I say we because most of you know it, but Maudie, my sister, is over in the chat room and boy is she doing a good job. I'm a little mad at her though, I will say. I just read that she said it was going to be like 97 tomorrow and 100 on Saturday. Well, I haven't watched the weather and I didn't know it was going to be that hot. So good grief. It's getting hot. Stella, we're with you. I know you're in Surprise, Arizona. So we're getting to be pretty hot here. I just want to welcome so many people. We have Sharon and Judy and Marilyn and Ann and Dee, Susan Ray, oh my goodness, Lori, Stella. We have so many people here. Let's see, I'm just gonna keep going down. Lisa and Judy and Trudy and Christina, Maureen. Oh, hey, thank you. We have so many. We have Mary Ann, we have Debbie, almost called you Ed, Debbie, but I see that you put your name. Thank you for doing that. Trudy, we have such a great show for you tonight. We are going to be working with a flap card with a twist, so that's always fun. This card is so much fun to make and so easy. You are not going to believe how easy it is. In fact, I challenge you to make one of these cards this weekend and make sure you go post it over on our Facebook page because we want to see it. What I'll do is I will post the picture that's on YouTube. I'll post that thumbnail for our YouTube live. I'll post it over on Facebook and I will say calling all challenges. We want to see what you make because it really is so easy. Really is easy. So let's see, we have Shirley, we have Helen. Oh my goodness, so many people. We love y'all so much. Linda and Burdell, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you're ready for a good show tonight. Because Monty and I worked hard on these two cards. We're going to make two cards. We're going to play 3 games. And so are you happy to be here? If you are excited to be here, go ahead and drop a heart in the chat. Now, I would ask you to drop a sunflower. If you have a sunflower, drop a sunflower. But I don't know if you have a sunflower emoji. But if you don't, just drop a heart if you're happy to be here. What's really cool is in some of the cards that we sent out some sunflower seeds. Oh, how cool is that, right? We have Julie and Corey. We're so excited that y'all are with us. Well, let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you this card that we're gonna make. But before we make it, oh, look at that. We have some people that have sunflowers and hearts. Y'all are so talented. And I just want to do a little thank you to Sis because she is so talented. I see her put the @ sign and put y'all's name and you know, just respond to you. She does such a good job. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I just don't even know how to do that. So kudos to Sis. But let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you the card we're going to make before we play our first game. Okay. Now, look at this card. Oh my goodness, you're like, oh, well, that's pretty. And then it has a little flap. Oh, that's pretty. But wait, there's more. Look at it. It has a flap. Oh, it is so much fun to create and so fast. And yes, we have our 3 games tonight and somebody's going to win the cards. I forgot to put one of the things. I have a little sign that I use for our Crafter's Kiss because I want you to tell us which one is the Crafter's Kiss tonight, though. Crafter's Kiss. Okay, so our first game that we're going to play is, do you ever use stickers on your cards? Look at this roll of stickers I bought. I had to buy these sunflowers, right? So what I want you to do is put yep or nope in the comments. Do you ever use stickers on your cards? Now, you know where we put our stickers is we put our stickers on the outside of our envelope sometime. When I can remember to get these, I don't always remember, but Sis actually found them the other day and she said, were you missing some sunflowers? And I said, you know, I was. Yep. Oh, yep. Uh-huh. We have some yeps. Okay. We're going to give y'all a little bit more time to just answer yep or nope. Maybe you don't like to use stickers, but I do. We do put them on the envelope though, when I remember. Okay, we're seeing some yeses and some nos. And while we're doing that, I want to show you the paper that I'm going to use for the first card that we're going to make. Now, of course, you can use whatever you have. We always say that. Use your stash, of course. Mixed media florals. Oh my gosh, we've had to buy like 3 packets of this because it's so incredibly beautiful. Oh my gosh, just look at all these colors. They're so pretty. I love this one. It matches my blouse. Okay, so let me see. Where's my bell? Here we go. That concludes our first game. So, as you know, Sis will randomly select a winner and she's going to post that in the comments. But while we're waiting for Sis to post the winner, let's get busy on our first card. Now, the first thing I do is I always do my color coordination because that's the way I work. I need to be inspired. And so I start grabbing my colors that I'm going to use. And look at the colors. Don't you love those? Oh my goodness. I think this is so pretty. And I tried to pick up like Old Olive as the card, but you know what? It just didn't pop as much. There was too much green. So, okay, we have a winner. Congrats to Trudy. Oh, Trudy, congratulations. Let me go back here. Trudy Skanitsky. Yay, Trudy, congratulations. So the first thing you need to do is grab your cardstock, and we need to create our base card, right? So grab your handy dandy trimmer, and we are going to cut our base card at 8 1/4 by 4 1/4. Now, this right here is already 8 1/2, right? So let's cut that first. Let's cut that down to 8 1/4. Make sure I have it just right. And it's just a little sliver that you're cutting off. Look at that. You're not cutting off much, but you need to say that because you could use that later on. Now we're going to turn it long ways, and we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. I know you're thinking, oh, this doesn't look like an A2 card. But trust me, it turns out to be an A2 card. Okay. Now we have our cardstock, and now we need to put a score line in it. So turn it long ways, and we're going to score at 5 1/2. And you're like, oh, there we go. There's our card, right? So we're just going to score that. We're going to bring it, fold it over, and bring in your bone folder to give it a good crease. Now, there we have a card. Fits perfectly in an envelope. This is 4 1/4, and the length is 5 1/2. So we have it perfect. Hey, Maud, welcome. Oh, Shirley's a sunflower girl. Well, you know what? I think, Shirley, we have this over in our Amazon store to make it easy for you to find. I think, but I will have to check out that. Okay. So the next thing that we want to do is we need to go ahead and let's decorate this inside just a little bit. Now, I want to remind you, you already know this, but all our measurements and our supplies are over on creativemomentsbyg.com, and it's listed in the blog. Now, the blog is going to have a link to it underneath this video on YouTube, because I know some of you said, I can't find it on the blog. Well, I want to make it just as easy for you as I can. So I'm putting the link below this video. All you have to do is click more and check and search, and it will tell you exactly where to go for the measurements, okay? Because we want to make it easy for you. So look at that. We're going to take that off. Okay, and we're going to bring in my favorite glue, which we know is Kalel. Oh, and let me tell you what I did. I bought some other glue because I wanted to work with some other clear glue to see if it was as good as Kalel. And I used, I don't know if I have it. No, I got mad at it, so I put it away. It came with a little bottle, and the spout was too big. And so when it put the glue on it, it kind of bowed the cardstock. So this particular glue doesn't do that in this container. The right amount comes out. You are so welcome, Gretchen. So here we go. Now, I know I told you you're going to love making this card and make your copies. Make sure that you post them over on our Facebook page because we get inspired by y'all and your color coordination and how you put it together. We love seeing those. So make sure if you want to share. No, this is a no stress zone. Right? No stress. Okay. So we have this down. Now I went ahead and I cut this small area so that we could put it right on the top. And this little flap is 2.5 by 4. Now you can double mat it if you want to, but you don't have to. Hey, it's Sin, I guess that's her name. Watch all the time on TV, but this is her first time on live. Okay, welcome. So you, like I said, you can double mat this, but we decided not to. Now, remember, stick with us to the end, not only because we're playing games and we're having fun and we're chatting, but I do have a card that is just gorgeous. So you don't want to miss seeing that one. What we try to do is make the ones that we make with you online a little bit easier so that we can keep it simple and you can always jazz it up. So we like to show you one that's jazzed up, right? Okay, so here's our card. This is our outside card. Now what we need to do is make our inside card. So what you need to do is take a piece of cardstock, and this cardstock is 9.5 by 3 1/4, scored at 4 3/4. Now I already have this scored, so we're just going to fold it over, give it a good crease, and remember this goes on the inside just like this. We're just going to center it just like that. But before we do that, we need to decorate it right now. There's lots of things you could do with this. Think of all the possibilities. You could stamp. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Look at the flowers that we're using. Now we're using this one to do a really cool technique in just a minute. I'm going to show you. I think you're going to like it. So you could stamp it if you just want to do stamp ink and paper, or you could bring in all that wonderful pattern paper that you have. And we know everybody has lots of pattern paper. So let's just go ahead and let the pattern paper do the work for us. And let's lay that down. And here we go. Now wait. Okay, so there's that. I want to make sure, did I forget anything? No. So this is going to go just like that. And look how pretty that is. These stripes really get picked up, I think, by these leaves right here. So what we want to do is you could use a tape runner. If you want to use a tape runner, you could use a tape runner. But like I always say, I need to wiggle because I never get it on straight exactly where I want it. So I want to be able to kind of squish it around a little bit. Wiggle, right? So here we go. This is the inside of our card. Okay. Now, I don't think I cut anything for the inside, but you could certainly do that. You could also keep it very simple and just put a little strip there. I think that would be pretty. So let's do that. Let me see what size this is. Let's see. This is 3 1/4. So let's cut a 3 1/4 inch piece of that cardstock and tie everything together. So I say let's go ahead and do about 1/4 of an inch, or what is that? That's actually a 1/2 inch. And we can put it right there. Oh my goodness, look at that. So pretty, right? Oh my goodness. Hey, sweet Sarah. We're happy you're here and we're happy you caught us. Okay, Cheryl. Is this for Stampin' Up? Oh my goodness, Cheryl, no, this is for everybody. We create cards for everybody. Yes, look at that. What do you think? Do you think that added something to it? I didn't have that planned. That was just completely ad lib. But I think it's pretty. What do you think? Thank you, Lori. Okay, so we have this, and now we need to design. The design all comes in right here on this top flap. Now, you are going to love this technique. Okay, we're going to put this right there, and I'm going to show you what we've done here. We have taken, where's my thing? We've taken this stamp set. Like I said, you can use whatever you want. We have taken, no. That's not right. Where is it? Let's see. Oh yes. Huh. Okay, there. Well, Where's he hiding? Oh, there he is. I can barely see him. We took this die right here. We took a piece of paper and we ran it through the embossing machine. And then we cut out this image. Now this is where it gets interesting. We are going to take a piece of cardstock and we're going to put it right behind this image, just like this. We're going to make it pop. So let's go ahead and just put some glue right around the edges. Just a little bit of glue. I think I may have put too much. So we're going to put down our silicone mat. And we're going to just add it just like that. Okay. Now look at that. Okay, here's our card. See if we can go in just a little bit closer. Okay, and here's going to be our mat that we center right here, having the same margin side to side and bottom. We're going to add this right on top, but we're not done yet. Wait till you see what else we're going to do. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on some dimensionals, just to give it a little bit of height. Although, if you are mailing these, you might not want to do that because the stamps have gone up. My goodness. I did not know that the stamps were the forever stamps were 73 cents. Did you know that? Oh my goodness. We may have to start calling each other, right? So I'm just going to take the backing off of these. Okay, and we are going to, he just won't go away, that little backing. Good grief. Okay, we're going to take the backing off. Okay, go away. We're going to set this down. And this is just showing you an easy way to create a wow, and it doesn't really cost much of anything. Now look at this. We're going to add that pop out over that, and look at how pretty that's going to look. It looks really elegant, and I know it's white on white, but it just looks so elegant. I really like it. So let's go ahead and add just a little bit of glue. Now you could always, if you wanted to, cut it out in green. It's just I wanted white because I like it. Like I said, I think it's elegant. Oh my goodness. Look, what do you think? I just really like it. Now look at that. Oh, wow. Now, let me give you a tip. On this part, what you need to make sure you do is, of course, you don't put glue over the entire backing, right? You just put it right here on the top. So let's go ahead and make sure we have the same margins left to right and bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger right here, my nail, so that I know where I want to put the glue. And I'm just going to put it on the back of this right here. Now I'm very lightly going to push it down. Make sure I have time to wiggle. And then I have a question for everyone. Okay. Now, we need a sentiment for this to make it really pop, right? What I want you to do is look at this. I stamped I miss you already. Look at how cute that is. But do we want it on, I'm just going to put a little border on it. Do we want it on pink paper? Kind of matches the pink. Or do we want it on this, I think maybe this is called Mossy Meadow, this kind of murky kind of green that I really like. You tell me, which border does it need? The pink or the green? Go ahead and put that in the comments, and I will be looking around for something else to do while I'm waiting for you to help me build this card. My goodness. Now, while you're telling me if you want the green or the pink, I see pink. I want to show you this card. This is the same technique. Look at this. Look at how pretty this is. This is a short on our YouTube channel, also Facebook, Monday. So Monday, you'll see us make that card. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. It is so pretty. Let me see, we have green. Green. Oh my goodness, a lot of greens. We have a couple pinks, couple greens. Okay, y'all. I think the greens have it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put just a little dab of glue right here. And I'm going to line it up. And you know what I like to do? Let's get in real close. I like to pick a piece of cardstock, just a scrap, that has at least two sides and a corner. And that way I can just line it up just like this. And I already have two of the sides cut, so I don't have to worry about it. There we go. Okay. So now I can bring in my big scissors. They're kind of large. Let me see. Or I can bring in my favorite little scissors. They're really old, but I really love them. So let's see if I can cut a straight line. So now you just cut the border. Pretty straight. You could also put it in your trimmer if you wanted to. But I think that's pretty good. What do you think? And so now what we need to do is just add this. You can add it here. I think I'm going to add it down just a little bit, but I'm going to add it on some dimensionals. I know. So whoever wins this card, just know it was sent with love and a lot of stamps. Because it's not going to be able to be hand machinable, right? They get crazy at the post office if you try to put it through the machine. So here we go, just like this. Look at that. And I'm just eyeballing it. So what do you think? What do you think about this card? Oh, look at how easy that is. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. Hey Judy, Frida, so happy you're here. Marty, let's see. I think it's, Marid maybe. Gail Carlisle's here. Welcome, Gail, our new team person. We're happy you're here with us tonight. So look at this. What do you think about it? Gail Porterfield, she wants it, dadgummit. Okay. So I say before we start on our next card, let's go ahead and play our next game. Now, here's the card. So, the next game we're going to play is give me a word or an emoji, whatever you want to do. Card making makes me fill in the blank. Card making makes me feel. This is game 2, and we want to see. Card making makes me feel so happy. I love making cards with y'all. I love making cards for you. Monty and I love creating cards and just, coming in our design studio and just being able to be creative and laugh and have a good time. And you know what I always say? Make memories. Creative moments make memories. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have happy, talented Lori. That's so true. Awesome, Leanne. We got, Leanne's here. Hey, Leanne, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. We're so happy you're with us. Lorena's here. Sigrid's here. We got a lot of happies. We got some talented. We got a smiley face. Productive. Oh, Marion. Marion feels productive. So true. Janice feels complete. Yes. Yes. We have so much fun making cards. So we are so happy to see all those responses. Creative. Felicia, you know we love that word, right? Okay. Here's the bell. Okay, round 2 has ended. So now Sis is going to randomly select a winner. Deborah, you're right. Mossy Meadow. You are so right. That is what it's called. I couldn't think. I don't know what I called it. Do not tell me what I called it because I'm sure I said something crazy. Okay. Let's see. Let's take that. Okay. We're going to get rid of that. Now, let's see. Let's look at these 2 cards. I really like this one. This is the one I showed you earlier, and this is the one that I used blends on, and I used a stamp. I used some gems, and I used that paper, and I tried to color my flowers like the paper, and then look what I did. I took the leaves, cut out leaves, and I put them on this, and then I just cut off the edges. I like to do that a lot. Do y'all ever do that? Do you ever let it create a border for you? I love it. Oh, we have a winner. Alley Cat. Is that her name? Let's see. I'm going down to find where. I'm not seeing it. Give me a second. Congratulations, Alley Cats. Happy. Hooray for Alley. Oh, there we go. Congrats to Alley Cats. Okay. Now, remember I told you about a card. And don't worry, you won't win this one if you win. This is the one that I used that new glue on, and look at what it did to my card. Oh, my goodness. But you know what I think I might be able to do to fix this card? And I want you to tell me in the chat room. I was thinking about getting an iron and ironing it, kind of ironing it. Do you think that would work? I've already tried to put a heavy book on it. I've tried to straighten it out, but that glue, dadgummit, it made my cardstock warp. So tell me in the chat room, what do you think I could do? Do you think ironing would work? I'm going to read your comments. Now, if you're watching the rebroadcast, I want to read your comments. Give me a tip for cardstock that is warped. Like I said, I've already put it under a book, a really heavy book, so that doesn't work. Okay, So now let's go into our next card. Look at the cardstock we're picking. Now, what do you think we're going to do with this? Crushed curry. Yes, of course. You know, Carol, a heat gun. I'm thinking that might work too. Yep, and way too much glue. It wasn't my fault though. It was a new glue container and it just kind of fell out. That's my story and I'm sticking with it. Okay, so on our second card, we are using this crushed curry. Now we've already cut it, the 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and we're gonna score it at 5 1/2. So we're gonna put it in long ways, and we're gonna score it at 5 1/2. Here we go. Make sure you move this dreaded cutter blade out of the way and give it a good score. Heat should do the trick. Okay, Lynn, I'm gonna hold you to that. Try and to run it through that. You know what? I think she probably means run it through the embossing. You know, I could do that too. Maybe if I wet it, spray it a little bit, and then I ran it through the embossing machine. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if that says mama. My eyes. I have glasses on and I still can't read. Oh my gosh. I don't know. If it's I think if it's mama, there you go, mama. That's a good idea. I think that's nice. Okay. So on this card, we've scored it. We're going to fold it. We're going to score it. And now let me show you the beautiful paper. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Look at that. Look at these flowers. You know I love this paper, right? But it also has other flowers in it too. So it has lots of really pretty things. But you know what I bet? I bet y'all have some beautiful pattern paper at home too. So no excuse not to make this card this weekend, right? Okay, I'm going to move it back just a little bit. Okay, so look at what we've done. We have taken a piece of white cardstock and we have used So Swirly. It's an embossing folder. Look at that. How pretty is that? And then we cut a piece for the top that has the same design. Oh my goodness. Hey, Amy, you're never too late for the party. We're on our second card and we still have another game and we have another card to show you at the end. So perfect timing. Okay, let's go ahead and lay this down. Now this is a 3D embossing folder. So you have lots of crevices on this. So you need to make sure you get enough glue on it. Of course, not as much as that other card that warped my cardstock, but certainly enough glue. There we go. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Wow. Okay, we're going to lay this down on the top. Now this one, we cut out some of the flowers so that we wouldn't have to color them, right? We like to do that. Yes. Okay. So here we have our card, our base card. Fits in an envelope perfectly. Nola, I'm going to try that too. Yes. Hey, Vivian, it's your first live. We're so happy you're with us. There we go. Now let's go ahead and create our inside card. I need a little bit of glue right there. Just a little dab, just a tiny dab. There we go. And remember our inside card where there's that magical opening, the flap that opens that you don't think it's going to open. We cut this 9 1/2 by 3 1/4 and we're going to score it at 4 3/4. So let's put that in and go 4 3/4. Super easy to create this. And remember, all the measurements and supplies are over on creativemomentsbyg.com, and there will be a link below this video. Now after this video, which will be after our show, it'll be about 7 o'clock. Give me to about 7:15 and I should have the link for you. Okay, give me a little bit of time there. I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. Hey, Joan. Oh, no, Joan said, well, Joan too. Hello, Joan. I love all the ideas. And you know what? I may make a short out of some of those ideas. They're so good. Now, I went ahead and I just cut a mat from the paper. Look at that. Now, I think this early espresso just really makes that pop. What do you think? I really like it. And we looked at many different cards, cardstock to go with this, but that early espresso, when Maudie put that together, we looked at it and said, yep, that's the one to use. Look at that. Alana, that's right. We like feeling successful when we make cards, although I will say there's been a couple times when I've tried to make a card and I'm like, I'm just not feeling it, right? So I just move on. But look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Just pops. And you don't see much of the 3D embossing, but it just adds enough, right? Makes it pop just a little bit. Now, you know what I'm going to do before I do that? I'm going to bring in a flower that I cut. And I also cut some leaves. This is going to go on the inside of the note card. So I want to go ahead and put my flower about like that. And I'm going to slip some of those leaves underneath it. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue, but I'm not going to glue it down all the way. I know, right, Marilyn? That early espresso goes so pretty with crushed curry or, oh my goodness, white, or it's really quite pretty. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I still have time because this glue does not grab like some of the others. I still have time to put it under, just like this. And I'm going to stick one over there. And then I can really push it down. Okay, so look at, there we go. How pretty is that? Oh, I love it. Sandra, welcome. We like to tell our people you're never late. Unless you never come, then you're late, right? Okay, so here we go. We're just gonna add that. And I'm not adding a sentiment to the inside. You have plenty of room to write. Here's that little secret flap. It looks like it's nothing, and then you open it up. And voila, you have another little area to write. Thank you, Alana. Okay, so here, and I really like it because you can see the glue. When you do put the glue on early espresso, it really pops. So you know how much glue you've put. So now I'm looking to make sure that I have about the same distance border, top to bottom, left to right, or right to left, however you do it. So here we have it. Okay, we're getting closer. We're now going to create the front. Now, let me tell you what we're doing to the front. This is kind of a little tip that we're sharing. Now, in our textured notes, we have these beautiful, beautiful frames. Look at these frames. They have bamboo on them. Look at those. It's so pretty. A lot of times, though, when you do a flap and you only put one, excuse me, I knew I should have brought some water. Okay, give me a second. It's very flimsy. And so what we did is we cut 2 frames. And we're going to put 2 frames together, and that will give it more stability. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're putting our glue. Excuse me. We're just going to add this. And this really makes it much, much stronger when you put it on the top of your card. Look at that. So pretty. Now, before we put it on there, I want to go ahead and decorate it. So we used a smaller frame. I don't know if you can see that, but we just used one of the smaller frames. And we're going to go ahead and pop that up on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and do that. And I got the thing. Let me just take a drink of water. Oh, that's much better. Okay. I'm going to be okay now. Got my water. Okay. So, okay, we have everything off. We're going to add it to the top of our frame. Oh, and you know what? It already looks so pretty. Look at that. Those frames together look so pretty. But now look what we did. Let's go ahead and get a little closer. Hey, Jackie. We're so happy you're here. And look at all this. We cut out all these flowers, all these leaves. And when we cut out flowers, we use the ones that are even on the edge, because you don't want to not use those just because it has a straight edge, because you can cover that up, right? So we also have this one that is straight, that we cut off the bottom of the paper. So remember that. You can use everything. Now, let me show you how we're going to decorate this. We are going to bring in this one, and I'm going to set it up on a dimensional. So, and I'm going to keep my dimensional in the middle because I'm going to stick the branches underneath. So let's go ahead and just put this about, I think right there is good. And then we're going to put this nice big one that doesn't have any straight edges on it. We're going to put him about down there. Now, another tip. You don't want to put your dimensional here because you don't want it resting on this sunflower. So if, like, you're just starting out, just remember, put your dimensional on this side so that it touches this mat. You know, I know most of you might know that, but it's just a little reminder. So you don't have to tear it off later on, right? Okay, so that's perfect. And now we're going to take this one that has the straight edge. Yes, I just want you to say thank you to Sis. She saved me. We live right next door to each other, and she brought me some water. That was so sweet. Yes, ma'am, Lori. Sweetest sister ever. Okay, so now I'm just going to put this like right there, but I am going to set it up on dimensionals because, like I said, I want to get my leaves underneath it. So we're going to just put that right there. Look at that. And now we're going to bring in our leaves. So here we go. We're probably going to have to cut them off maybe a little bit. I don't know. So I'm going to put some glue on this. So I can see that I need about this much glue. So put a little bit of glue and just slip it under. Just like that. Okay. Now we want this one, and I want it right over here. And I can tell I'm really going to have to cut this baby off. So maybe I'll use this one. Yep. See, this one has a straight edge on it. That's right. I know, I said I didn't have any water, and then it magically appeared. That's too funny. Okay, the next thing, we want a little bit of greenery down here. Oh my goodness, look at that. Woo! Isn't that pretty? Now we still have another game to play. I think I'm going to put it just like that. Okay. Now look at this sentiment. You know, sentiments are really so important, aren't they? They are very important. And I just want to show you. We got that sentiment from this, more messages. And look at this. What I like about it is it's a full stamp, and then you cut them all out together. So you just keep all the extras right here in a little packet, and you have them for all the cards you're going to make. You don't have to worry about, I need a sentiment, unless, of course, you don't have the sentiment you want. But we're just going to slip this down right like that. Now, once again, I'm going to put my dimensionals down here by Incredible because I don't want it on top of that flower. So let's go ahead and get that lined up. And Monty and I just want to say, we just appreciate y'all so much spending time with us. We have so much fun preparing this show, and we just appreciate it so much. We know you can go to lots of different people and you come to us. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and just set this down just like right here. I'm going to try to get it straight and get it centered right where I want it. There we go. Oh, look. I think that's so pretty. Hey, Mary, you got it. Oh, that's great. Now look at that on top of the card. Wow. Now, I don't think I need to put it on dimensionals because we have dimensionals on so many things, right? So I think because it is a little heavy, I don't want it to wiggle. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get it down the first time, hopefully. So I put my finger right there. I'm going to bring in my tape runner, and I'm just going to hold my fingers underneath it so I get it exactly where I want it before I put it down. Okay, and there it is, right there. Okay. What do you think about that? Oh my goodness, look at that. And then, surprise, there's another card under there. I just love that. Now, here are 3 of the cards. Excuse me. And the cough keeps coming, right? The cough is a gift that just keeps giving. It just magically appeared. I know. Okay. We're going to play our last game, and then I'm going to show you our last card. Now, you're going to have to tell us which is the crafter's kiss, right? Okay. So our last game is, here we go. If your favorite stamp could make a sound, what would it be? Would it be funny, zany, squeaky? What would it be? So if your favorite stamp could make a noise, what would it be? Let me move that out of the way so you can read it. Okay, let's see what we have. Yes, sweet Sarah, you need to wait and give me about 15 minutes and I'll have everything linked up for you. Oh, your card, your stamp set would be funny, would be wow, would be loving. Cheryl said squeaky. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we get. Beautiful sunflower card. Thank you, Miss Stella. Thank you. Okay, what else do we have? We have Serene. Okay. Who else is got bold, zany, calming water? Oh, Joan. I want to make sure when you make your card this weekend, make sure you post it. I want to see and use that stamp. I want it to be nice and calm. Okay. Bing. And our third game is over. We have a lot of lovelies and zanies and tweets and a lot of great sounds coming your way. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. So here's the cards. We have flowers and sunflowers and leaves. And then we have, I'm going to back out just a little bit so that we can, not too much, so that we can see all the cards. Let's see. And finally, we have this one. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at those flowers that we cut out. Look at that. And that stamp. Oh, I mean, it's just like overload, right? And look at that paper. And you open it up and it says, just for you. Okay, we have a winner, Gail Porterfield. Yay! Everybody congratulate Miss Gail. You're the lucky winner of one of these cards. Look at that. Okay, I want you to take a moment and I want you to leave a comment. And I want you to tell us which is your crafter's kiss. Is it the flowers, the sunflowers, the leaf, or the celebrate card? This could be the thankful card, the incredible because it says incredible, miss you already. However you want to identify the crafter's kiss. Let me see it in the chat room. I want to see which is your favorite card. If you are watching the rebroadcast, well, tell us on the comment section because we want to know. Sunflowers. Sunflowers. Congratulations. Let's see what else we got. Oh, people like this. I want to see what everybody is saying. Oh, we have Sunflower Celebrate card. Love that card. Crafter's Kiss is the incredible card. Sunflower Celebrate. Yeah, thankful. Oh, Trudy, thank you. Even though that poor little baby is kind of warped, he's still pretty. The bouquet one. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. Flowers. My goodness. So interesting. Can you believe it's been an hour? I can't believe it. I guess my coughing attack took up a few minutes. I'm sorry. I do apologize. We so appreciate you spending your time with us. Sis and I have so much fun with y'all, and you just make our night. And it starts the weekend off right. Well, we hope that you were inspired. We hope that you give me about 15 minutes to get over there and make sure I have the measurements, and I have the link below this video. Remember, below this video, just click more, and you'll see where to go for the measurements. Well, until next time, Monty and I wish you lots of creative moments and make it a great weekend. Bye, y'all.